You guys look amazing. You want to turn and face one another? Perfect. Welcome, everybody. Take a big, deep breath. So we are gathered today on this perfect day. It's a perfect day to joyfully celebrate the wedding of Emily and Dante. Today, Emily and Dante proclaim their love and commitment to one another in the presence of God and their loved ones in this room and all over the place. And we rejoice with them and for them. And all of you who are present here today are here because you're a special part of their lives and you've played a significant role in bringing them to this moment. So Emily and Dante, before this gathering of people that you love, I want to ask you both to express your willingness to enter into the covenant of marriage, to share all the joys and sorrows of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. You ready? Yes. Dante, do you take Emily to be your wife? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor her in sickness and in health? And will you love her faithfully as long as you both shall live? Answer, I will.
I will.
Emily, will you have Dante to be your husband? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor him in sickness and in health? And will you love him faithfully as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And everyone is standing. And so while you all are standing, I want to invite you into this beautiful union here. Two people in love need the support of those around them. And as their love is a source of strength and nourishment to each other, so is the love and encouragement from their family and their friends. And so with that in mind, I want to ask all of you here, and for all of our friends and family and loved ones that are watching online, will you surround Emily and Dante with friendship and support, words of wisdom when needed, and help them to be their very best together? And if you agree, would you please say, we will? We will. Great. You can have a seat. Okay. So Emily and Dante have chosen to symbolize their union by lighting a unity candle. So you guys can make your way over to the candle. They're going to each take from the flame of their individual candles that represents who they are today and their families and loved ones and all that they bring into this marriage. They're going to take from their individual lights and light the one center candle together, which represents the joining of two unique individuals into the oneness of marriage. The two shall become one. That was perfect. Just perfect. Wow. Take a deep breath. You're here. Emily and Dante, you made it. You're here. Wow. And just imagine, as good as your relationship is right now, it's good right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just imagine it's going to get even better. What God has for you is even better. This day is amazing and you two are great. And God has a beautiful plan for your lives together, and it's even going to get better. I'm so excited to see how it's going to unfold. We feel like we've been watching your love story unfold for these it's 8 years, right? 8 years. And all this time you've been learning about one another. You've been knowing more and more of the beautiful nuances of one another's hearts. You've weathered many storms together, haven't you?
Yeah.
Many. You've held one another up in painful seasons of loss, of separation and grief. You've supported one another in striving for your life's goals through school and career and travel and searching and more school and more school and more school. You've learned how to be one another's advocate, adventure partner, cheerleader, challenger, and best friend. And it's such a gift to be able to have shared so much of life together already. But today, something new is happening. Today, Emily and Dante, you will become one. You will become one, oneness. The Bible talks about this mysterious kind of oneness in marriage like this. But at the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh, so that they are no more two, but one. They leave their father and mother, united to his wife, the two shall become one. Leave, weave, and cleave, leaving your family of origin, your come from, right? Weaving your lives together, bringing your rich, beautiful diversity together, cleaving to one another. Now, if I have two separate things that I want to connect, I will have to introduce usually a third thing to help them to stay connected, right? Like, let's say I want to put together a couple pieces of paper. I can join them with a third thing, like a staple or some tape or some glue. If I'm going to attach my iPhone to my computer, I need a lightning cord, and I can never find one or something like that. But if two people are becoming one in marriage, we're not introducing a third thing to hold you together, but rather think of it this way. Think of it like precious metals that are being heated up and liquefied and then welded together. The two become one. You can't even tell where one started and one left off. The two become one, inseparable. Oneness and marriage. It's a brand new thing that God is doing through your union together, and the world hasn't even seen the great things that are going to come from the two of you together. Now, you know each other really well. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you know each other? What do you think?
8.
An 8? That's good. Em?
I was going to say a 9, but now I feel like maybe I have to say an 8.
And so that, I love that. And this leads me to this first little nugget I wanted to share with you. Keep learning about one another. Keep getting to know one another. Keep growing in your fascination and desire to know who your partner is. Dante, be ever captivated by beautiful Emily. She is a deep well, and as much as you know her, she's still becoming fully herself. Keep pursuing her and draw her out, because just when you think you know all of her, there is more still, right? Emily, be relentless and authentically interested in Dante, in what lights him up, in what motivates him, what fills his sails so that he can soar. Let him know that you want to know who he is and what's important to him and how he feels. He's still becoming who he's meant to be. So just when you think you know all of him, there is still more. There's nothing more fascinating than the person that you are marrying today. Keep getting to know each other in every season. And speaking of seasons, you guys have been in quite a season. You really picked a great time to get engaged and married. During a pandemic, none of us could have seen that this was going to happen, but here we are. And you know, you guys, the two of you, your wedding day looks a lot different than what you thought, than what your family thought, right? It's a whole lot different than any of us imagined, but you guys have learned a huge thing this year, a huge thing that all of us are going to need to learn over and over again in our lives. And you got your master's this year, which is an incredible accomplishment, and we are all so proud of you. But I want to also suggest that Em and Dante have both gotten their doctorates in letting go. Letting go, opening your hands, holding loosely to your plans for this precious day, and embracing what is the most important thing, which is each other. Even more important than this beautiful wedding is the marriage. And you guys have held on to that. You've been amazing. The celebrations, the festivities, there's going to be so many more magical moments to come, and we can't wait. But this moment right now is holy, and it's set apart, and it's sacred, and no pandemic could stop it. And the way that you've leaned into this has been the true indication of your character and your maturity and your priorities. And we are all so proud of both of you. Which leads me to my next little nugget. Here it is. Remember what you learned this year. Hold on to what's most important and just let go of the other stuff. You know, it sounds simple, but it's not easy. What you've learned during this year will serve you well in your marriage. Just hold on to the good stuff, hold on to the important stuff, and let the other stuff go. There's this verse in Song of Solomon. It goes like this: catch for us the foxes, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, our vineyards that are in bloom. When you guys have troubles and disagreements in your relationship, and you will, I want you to think of that problem not as being a problem with one of you, right? But think of it as a fox between the two of you that you need to go hunting together. You're going to go after it together. I want to cast a vision for you both today. When God brings people together, it's more than just our comfort that he's interested in. He's packed all kinds of treasure in the two of you. Dante, you are strong and tender and honorable and thoughtful and encouraging, and we have seen it, we have witnessed it, how you have loved Emily. Emily, you are so strong and loyal and protective and amazing and adoring of Dante. We've seen it. You both are brilliant. You challenge one another intellectually. You are young people with passion and ambition and integrity. Do you know what an amazing combination that is? The two of you separately are really impressive, beautiful people, but the two of you together, joined in marriage, phew, this is mind-blowing, becoming one, a whole new amazing right here that the world hasn't seen yet. So here's the last thing. I believe God brought you both together, and he has great plans. So remember that you don't have to do the journey alone. Just trust God. He's for you. He's on your side. And there's this beautiful promise that you'll find him when you seek him with all of your heart. There's going to be times when you don't always know what to do, and when you're afraid. Jesus knows exactly how you feel, and if you just put your trust in him, he'll guide you and comfort you and help you, and there is no greater cheerleader for your marriage than the Lord himself, cheering you on all the way, and you can trust him. You ready for your vows? You doing okay?
Yeah.
Everybody good? We're making it. We're right here. Okay. So Emily and Dante, before this gathering of your loved ones, I ask you to express your willingness to enter into this beautiful covenant of marriage. So Dante, would you repeat after me? I, Dante, take you, Emily,
I, Dante, take you, Emily,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
in sharing my life with you.
and sharing my life with you.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
I will love,
I will love,
honor,
honor,
and respect you.
and respect you.
I commit myself to you
I commit myself to you
in the trying times
in the trying times
as well as the good times,
as well as the good times,
for richer
for richer,
or for poorer,
for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
holding always
holding always
and only to you
and only to you
for the rest of our lives.
for the rest of our lives.
Beautiful. Emily, would you repeat after me? I, Emily, take you, Dante,
I, Emily, take you, Dante,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
and sharing my life with you
in sharing my life with you
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I will love,
I will love,
honor,
honor,
and respect
and
you.
respect you.
I commit myself to you
I commit myself to you
in the trying times
in the trying times
as well as the good
as
times,
well as the good times,
for richer
for richer
or for
or
poorer,
for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
holding always
holding always
and only to
and
you
only to you
for the rest of our
for the
lives.
rest of our lives.
Well done, well done. So, do you have the rings? Thank you, Mike. Perfect. All right. So rings are a symbol of oneness, a continuous, unbroken line. May these rings represent your commitment to loving oneness from this day forward. There you go, Dante. So Dante, you can place the ring on Emily's hand and repeat after me. With the giving of this ring,
With the giving of this ring,
I pledge to you
I pledge to you
my love and my loyalty,
my love and my loyalty,
my devotion and my honor,
my devotion and my honor,
and take my place
and take my place
beside you
beside you
as your God-honoring husband.
as your God-honoring husband.
Beautiful. Here you go, Em. And now, Emma, you can place that on Dante's hand and repeat after me. With the giving of this ring,
With the giving of this ring,
I pledge to you
I pledge to you
my love and my loyalty,
my love and my loyalty,
my devotion and my honor,
my devotion and my honor,
and take my place beside you
and take my place beside you
as your God-honoring wife.
as your God-honoring wife.
Okay, so Emily and Dante, I have really good news. By the authority and grace given to me by God and the power invested in me by the state of Maryland, I would like to now pronounce you husband and wife. Dante Bellins, you may kiss Mrs. Bellins. You guys can let it out. You can let it out. You've been holding it in. Woo! So everyone, I now present to you the very brand new Mr. and Mrs. Dante Bellins. Yay! Emily and Dante are going to go into their first dance, so they're going to walk right on down to the end here, and then we're going to just very gracefully move our chairs to the side, and we'll bring the runner up, and they're going to go right into their first dance.
Real quick, I'll just say hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry that we can't celebrate all together in person, but
Well, we feel you in spirit,
Yes.
and glad you were able to at least be here through technology.
yes. So thank you all, and
Yeah,
hopefully we'll celebrate soon.
Exactly.
Very good.